Hey guys, it's me Andrew here from the gaming side of LastCall Productions. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about blooberteam's latest effort, the psychological horror game, The Medium. Now, for starters, as someone who didn't play Layers of Fear, and personally I had to put down the Blair Witch as I didn't find it that interesting, I can't really compare this game to their last works. Now, with that being said, this isn't going to be any sort of traditional review. Here at LastCall, we don't really like to put a score on things, so this is just going to be my personal thoughts, opinions, how I really felt playing the game, and then at the end, I'll tell you whether or not I think this game is a must-play right now, whether it's something you should wait for a price decrease, or just completely pass on this title. So what you're going to be seeing on screen is going to be gameplay from probably about the first hour to maybe hour and a half in the game, so take that for what you will. I don't think there's really any spoilers. Again, this is going to be all my own gameplay that I recorded on the Xbox Series X. Now, in this game, you're going to be playing as spirit guide Marianne, who not only has the ability to speak to the dead, but is also able to cross over into their world. You'll be trying to uncover the source of Marianne's powers, while stumbling through the blood-soaked Camp Niwa, while being stalked by the evil spirit, simply known as the Maw, who's actually voiced by Troy Baker in this game, and he does a phenomenal job at making this character absolutely horrifying, as he's chasing you through the halls and begging you just to try on your skin. Now, for the most part, they did a great job with the environment here. Camp Niwa exudes horror as you're traveling through and coming across body parts, blood-soaked notes, and even old memories of other patients who have succumbed to the murderous desires of others. The further you go, the more this place resembles more of an insane asylum than any sort of camp or what it was even intended to be. Now, for most of the side content and backstory, you're going to be getting a lot of this from what seems to be a page out of Resident Evil, and that's going to be through different items that you're going to find scattered throughout the world. There's lots of notes detailing gruesome events, as well as drawings that can portray what happened, as well as using Marianne's powers to review what's called an echo, which is pretty much the past history of an object that shows you what happened or even took place at that moment in time. I actually enjoy this really indirect way of storytelling that rewards the player for exploring every nook and cranny. Now, without further ado, what I think is going to be the most divisive part of this game is going to be the combat. There simply isn't any. If that statement alone turns you off, then I can tell you that this game probably isn't going to be for you. You'll be spending a majority of your time bouncing between the world and its hellscape counterpart, solving puzzles that, while aren't too hard, but do offer a unique take, as what you do in one world does affect the other, which is the main feature of this game. Now, the cameras as well also take a page out of the old school. The Medium's camera is third person, akin to Silent Hill or older Resident Evil games, switching angles from room to room. With taking such a risk on the camera angle in a world of over-the-shoulder perspectives, you can tell that a lot of love was put into this game, as well as paying homage to the horror titles that came before it. This game truly is a step up for Team Bloober. As with their past titles, like I'd mentioned before, I really kind of couldn't get into them. I dropped the game halfway through because I just didn't really find it that interesting, whereas here, I couldn't wait to actually get back in and figure out the rest of this mystery and see the conclusion to the story. I actually even went through and 100% the game because I actually enjoyed my time with it so much. With a great cast, an amazing environment, and a great story, the only real negative I'd have to say about this game is it doesn't fully utilize some of the features that it's really going for. The dead world isn't really used for much besides getting from point A to point B when it could have been used for so much more. Especially when that is supposed to be the biggest draw to this game. That being said though, this game has crazy high potential for what it could do with a sequel. And I would love to see them further flesh out this world that they've created. By taking some of these criticisms to heart, I think the possibilities are endless. And for a brand new IP, I'm already left wanting more. This game truly gives off amazing vibes, especially as someone who is a Resident Evil fan, and I mean that as the highest compliment. I think what they need to do is just really take their ideas and ramp it up, not over the top, but really double down on the great concepts that they have. For now, as it is, if you have the Game Pass, I wholeheartedly recommend at least trying it, even just if you'll know within the first 30 minutes if it's for you. At $50 though, I don't think that I could recommend the buy. I would say maybe even wait more until it's about like 15 or 20. An 8 to 10 hour horror game with no combat at $50 might actually just leave some people going,